after looking at this, I've decided there's a few things I want to do different. I may go back in and add some more twigs to the branches. I guess little twigs. I want to work on the moon a little bit. This here I've noticed, because I've got the light here, I can really see it doesn't look as dark, but when you take that light away, the ropes are really dark. So I think I want to lighten those up some, and I know I want to lighten the swing, but I've decided Charlie Brown and Snoopy just look so small. So I think I'm going to make them a little bit bigger. So at this point, how am I going to do that? Well, let's cross our fingers and our toes and our eyes and hold our breath. No, I'm just picking. It's just paint, and that's what we're going to work with. So I got a little black and a little brown again, and I'm just going to try to come in here, and I think I'm going to add some more sticks. Y'all have to excuse my hands. They just seem to get really dirty. I have my fine liner paintbrush. You can just kind of do this any kind of way you want to. I just wanted to add a few more on here because I just felt like it was feeling a little naked. Okay, just to change the light around a little bit. That's what I had to do. I'm still learning, y'all. With this, it's different than just getting in there and shooting a video. For me, anyway. I want to add a little of the yellow with my brown and just see how I'm liking that. I told you I didn't care for the swing. So what I'm going to do, I'm turning, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to come in here and add a little of this behind it and see if that gives me a little shadowing. Lights it up a little bit. That's all I want to do. Makes it a little more gray. So I may add a little more of the yellow in there. I actually have my table flat this time, so y'all just bear with me. I'll figure it out at some point. It's just I hadn't got it figured out yet. And I'm using my liner brush to do this with because it is fine stuff. But I'm getting more right now when that light is deceiving me. So I will look at it on the easel a little later and see if it's brightened it up like I'm hoping it will brighten it up. I'm just going in here and putting my little trying to make my rope stand out a little bit more. So compare that side and this side. I like this side. So yeah, I'm going to go back and do this side. So this is a good thing I can move this thing around in it. I like that moon to shine on the swing. So I'm using yellow and brown just to get some moon beams shining on my rope here. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this yellow and just try to come in here and just give that a little highlight. And if I find that's too much, I can always darken it down with some brown. And I want to make a little bit of gray here with just some white and black. I've got a dirty brush. I haven't even cleaned it off. I'm just going to grab a little of this white and some black and just come in here a little bit. Just try to give it some, whoops, different textures. I'm going to wash my brush, pick up a little bit more of that yellow, and then I'm going to come up with some more white on top of that to give it a little more shadowing. And just kind of rub it in a little bit. So. I'm going to come back in here with a little more brown, dirty brush, just picking up a little brown, and just going to come in here and do some of these little slants. I just take when I think I'm videotaping and I look up and the camera's not even on. What I did is I went back and, I added a few more twigs. I've added some black and brown to some of them, but I've come back in with yellow on some of these little twigs. I'll get it out in a minute. Just to give it a little more life, because I want that brightness. That's a full moon, so we've got a full moon right now, and I was just looking at it. Everything's light outside, and so I want to be able to have some of that in this picture. So at this point, I have my yellow on, and I want to start adding a little more white in some spots. I gotta wash. Well, I don't know why I washed it, but really didn't need to. Okay, so I'm just coming in here where that yellow is and just painting a little over it just to give it, a little more depth. Trying to make it look layered. And some of them I already have done that with, so I don't really need to go in there and put a lot of white on there, but some of them I do need to touch up a little bit, give them a little more life about them. Ever seen a yellow tree? Well, that's the moon shining on that yellow, on that tree. So I'm just looking, because it's going to take me figuring out where I need to put some more. So I'm just lightly stroking it across. Some of it I haven't done so quite so easily. And now, let's turn this around so we can both look at it and see what we're thinking. I like that much better. I like that brightness. What I do want to do is still, since I did redo these and I have to slant it at an angle where I can get to it, I still want to come in here. I'm going to add a little water to this white that I got here to try to make it a little thinner. But I want to still come in here and add a little more white to my rope, because it is that moon's pretty bright. And at this point, we're just going to put our reflection on the bottom underneath the little rope thing. So that's that side. I'm not doing, you want shadow on this side, and you want your light from your moon on the inside. So let's go back. And I'm sorry I turn it, but this is how I paint, because it's easier for me to get, if I put on I can put the base coat with the easel, but when it comes to the finer stuff, my arm gets so tired up there. So I got a table for Christmas. One of my sons, we drawed names this year and for Christmas, and I told him I wanted an art table. So that's what I got for Christmas. And I've used it for some other projects on the Shumpert's Hill, but I haven't been able to paint. So now I'm painting, and I'm really thrilled to get to use it. All right, so we're going to use this on the bottom right here. And still come in on that side, just lightly. All right, and then we're just making that transition to get into the top of our little sides. We're just adding some highlights in here. If you don't want to do that line straight all the way, you don't have to. It's your painting. You can do what you want to. It's just fun to watch other people paint. And I've learned a lot from watching other painters. My brush has getting fluffy, so I'm having to roll it over there to get it thinner so I can get back in here and get these little pieces in. Okay, so I'm happy. I have some more phthalo blue. I don't need much of it. So what I'm going to grab here is I'm going to grab my angle brush, and I'm just going to get a tiny little bit because there's just a few little spots, and I've got to be careful with these limbs. I just want to come in here and just phthalo blue is one of those transparents that you can see through, so I may have to add just a little bit of black to get him where I want him to be. I took this white paint. It comes in so handy on some things, but Charlie Brown's head needed to be a little bit bigger, and so what I did is I put that down and I traced it, and that made the perfect little head. And so at that point I was just trying to draw some of the other things. So what I'm going to do is first show you, here's his head, and it's not going to be perfect, but it'll be good enough. There's a little head. I'm off a little bit, but that's okay. There's an ear, and there's an ear. So actually it's cut lopsided, but I see the pencil marks into there. So what we're going to do is we can just come down from there to here, and from here to here, and then I'm going to go around his body like so, and then we're going to paint this part is going to stay black, and then we're probably going to end up having to come in here and paint this. I'm going to say we're probably going to end up painting this white because I've got some other colors to go under there, but I need that base for that. White covers a multitude of sin, I reckon you would say. So, but anyway, that's his legs and everything. For Snoopy, we can actually, I think we're good there, because it kind of comes down a little bit and then comes around. So I think we're good there, just because we're seeing just the back side of him. Snoopy, all I did was his ears is what I'm a little worried about, but I just went around him a little bit, just where he's already at, because now he is at the height that I want him to be with Charlie. So I'm just going to come in here. It's like a little bubble, and then I'm going to give him a little oval shape. And of course we're going to come down with these ears. And there we go. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. I may have to take some of this chalk off to get where I want it to be, but that's where we're headed.